Okay, let's go ahead and make the drinks. We got some tea extract, and I've got some whitener and sugar with that. Then we're going to go ahead and make the coffee, and again, whitener and sugar with the coffee. Then I've got the exotic type drink and the grapefruit. This one's going to be interesting. I'm not a real grapefruit fan, like I said. Okay, it takes 400 ml of water. And we'll start off with the exotic. And again, we'll use our Bundeswehr knife. And now the grapefruit. Again, 400 ml of water. And give it a stir. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the tea extract. That is very aromatic. And we'll put a little whitener in there as well. Or my desk. And let's stick a little water in here. And we'll start with our Fred. I pretty much keep this thing just right here on my workstation all the time now, so it is pretty versatile. Alright, now a little bit of sugar. Man, that just went everywhere. Oh! And this is 12.5 grams of sugar, and I probably just put, I don't know, 9 grams in there. So give that a stir. Alright, now the coffee. We'll do the same thing. That's interesting. The coffee extract and the tea almost kind of look like the same thing. But you can definitely smell the coffee flavor. We'll put in some whitener. And of course the sugar. And we'll be more judicious this time. There we go. And of course the stir with the Fred. Alright guys, got everything heated up. Let's go ahead and plate. Instead of using just whatever utensils, these were actually issued to me when I was stationed in Germany. I wasn't like most Americans. I wasn't stationed on a mainly American base. I was stationed on a German Kaserne and a small American detachment, so we relied on our host nation for pretty much all of our logistics. Including while I was in Germany, we didn't get stacks of MREs. When we went out to the field, the Germans usually had chow brought in. Now, if they didn't, we got issued an EPA. So we didn't have a ton of those because we usually had hot chow. But there you go. So this is the Bundeswehr silverware that we were issued at the time. I don't think they use this anymore, but it has a nice can opener, bottle opener, and this is also the holder for your spoon, fork, and knife. You see on there, you can see the Bundeswehr markings. So again, Bundeswehr means federal service or federal forces. I was with the Heer, H-E-E-R, the German Army, supporting one of their artillery regiments. So, alright, let's go ahead and start ripping stuff out of cans and foils. Alright, first thing we're going to throw down are our paper towels for sanitation. If necessary, we will use our cleaning wipe before or after to clean ourselves and the utensils. If we needed to heat this up out in the field, that could be what this is for. Everybody is issued like a Esbit style stove. So open this up. You have some matches. Of course, it says Bundeswehr Mitz, like Scheidheit. So, and it's pretty neat. They're wooden matches, pretty authentic to what I recall and remember. So that is outstanding. The Hartex. So, and like I said, these aren't super new, but you know, these are the newest EPA rations that I've seen, especially on YouTube, and especially since I've eaten the EPA. They look like they're a little battered, but look like they've survived the test of time pretty darn well. So I'm actually kind of impressed. So there's the crackers. See, they're nice and thick. So definitely a good campaign biscuit. Have the chocolate bar. This one kind of reminds me of the not the Australian, but the New Zealand chocolate bar I had. A little bit of oxidation on it, but I'm sure it tastes just lovely. And now the brown bread. The geschnitten. I really enjoyed watching Kiwi Dude open this. So, just simple brown bread. You can have it with any of your entrees, or you can have it with breakfast along with your jams or what have you. Now the Greasy Spice, this is like a dessert, but a lot of times this is used for breakfast. And these foils are really, they're kind of like the Russian ones. They're really easy to go ahead and bend out. So you can use these tabs to try to rip them open, but a lot of times you end up crushing the inside. So we always used a knife or something to cut around the foil. And it just made things a whole lot easier and more pleasant. So there you go. This is pretty much like a fruit pudding. And then we have this lovely stuff. This is the Rheindish Chickenwurst. This is the chicken and beef ham sausage. Beef ham sausage. That's what it is. I think this one, we can use that. You can see the nice preservative in there. Still smells pretty good. This is pretty much kind of like a Spam. A German version of Spam. Now the Bierwurst, of course, this is beer sausage. Oh, I love that smell. That is a good smell. It kind of has like a bologna type smell, but if you've ever spent any time in Germany, that is a welcome smell. Again, there's the blackberry currant jam or blackberry jam to be used for breakfast. And again, I'm not going to squeeze all this out. So, here you go. There's a nice view of that. And the apricot jam. There you go. So it's not exactly the same type of jam because, of course, it's a different product. So, yum-mo. Before we get into the main entrees, there's this other thing. This is the gum. And again, it's just a bunch of individual briquettes. So, yeah. Okay, let me go ahead and I'll put this over here because I want to put both of these on here. This is that Indian spiced rice. It has poultry meat or poultry meatballs, which is chicken, of course. And again, you can, if you look in there, you can see that curry in there, or whatever, man. Around the outline of this thing. That's a little toasty. There you go. So let's put this on here with our spoon. And yes, this is heated up in the actual containers. Cooled down a little bit, but you can tell you get a nice char on the bottom. You can tell it's cooked pretty well. And when they say little little chicken meatballs, they're not kidding. That is a good size hunk of chicken meatball. Alright, the next one is ravioli in a mushroom sauce. So again, I'm going to use my knife to go ahead and make this go a little faster. Potentially. Peel this back. You can tell, man, the sauce is really runny in this. You can see the mushrooms in there. Yeah, buddy. Try not to get this everywhere. Nice big large raviolis. And the sauce almost looks like, kind of like, if you're an American anyway, like a vodka sauce that you can purchase in the store. So there we go. Well, seeing how I've got my spoon already dipped into the ravioli with mushroom sauce, you can see nice big chunks of mushroom and a really nice size ravioli. That is some good stuff, man. Look, it's trying to pour out of here. That's very impressive. So let's see if I can just fill with some type of meat. I'm going to see if I can get one out and give you a cross section of it. So that's pretty nice. Okay, now we'll go ahead, we'll try the Indian rice over here. That looks really nice. It's got a nice aroma. You see the peppers in it. It has some carrots. That Indian spice, that's definitely some curry. That is good. That's good stuff. And this will be a lot easier to show you all a cross section of this. It's pretty much just a compressed chicken meatball, or they call them a chicken steak. See, even these taste better than I remember them back in the 90s. That is some good chow. Alright, now the brown bread. We'll just try it. This doesn't look like it's changed at all. And it hasn't. It's still the same crumbly, kind of like pumpernickel texture. So we'll try it with a little bit of blackberry jam. Yep, jam can pretty much make everything taste better. So that's really good. And try some with the apricot spread. So there we go. That's even better. It's got more of a sweet taste to it. And then we'll try this. I believe that this is natural butter. It's butter. Maybe if it wants to join us. That is cool. getting butter in your ration, man, the French are probably rolling over in their graves saying, how do we get to do that? That is good. That's good stuff. So, now the biscuits. Again, they're not salted, and they don't really need the salt, but they have a very pleasant taste to them. It's really pretty good. And we'll have some of this bierwurst. There you go. Well, I ate it, but it tastes pretty darn good. And now the rind, check that out. Now the Rindfleisch sticking stuff. We'll put that right on here. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, now let's go ahead and try the fruit pudding, breakfast, or the dessert, whichever one you want to use it or apply it. Again, it's nice and creamy. It's very soft. You can look in there, you can see the fruit chunks inside. So let's give it a gander. Tastes pretty good. The fruit really comes through. Very tasty. And it is kind of sweet. It's more kind of like a kind of a thick pudding with fruit syrup in it and fruit. So that's very pleasant. We'll go ahead and we'll try the chocolate bar. Again, it's oxidized, but you can tell it's just on the outside. The inside is still fresh as all can be. And German chocolate and Swiss chocolate, some of the best chocolate that you can have anywhere. Mix the chocolate that you get here in the States. Just not even, it's not even in the same league. So that's pretty good. Go ahead and we'll try some of our gum. What can you say? It's like chiclet gum. So, cool. Okay, we're going to start off with the exotic drink. To me, it smells a lot like mango. So, yeah, it does kind of have like a mango kind of flavor to it. So, I had a mango power drink with a New Zealand ration. It tastes pretty similar. This one is the grapefruit. Yep. I would drink it. It's not overpowering. So, I mean, it's not like you're eating a grapefruit. But, yes, sirree. And I can't remember which is which. I forgot what I mixed in what cup. So, one of these is the coffee and one of these is the tea. And there is my coffee. Tastes pretty much like military coffee. The extract, that seemed like it would be kind of a concentrated caffeine cup of coffee. And with the tea. And you can tell I almost used that whole packet of sugar in there. That really is, really comes through. But this is a nice cup of tea. Okay, everybody, this was my review on a German EPA Einmannpackung Type 1. It is a combat ration individual for 24 hours. Thank you very much to the person that sent this to me. I appreciate it. And thank you very much to Peter that helped me translate it. So, got one more thing to go ahead and do. Okay, let's go ahead and close this out. I'm going to end it with one of my favorite German beers. It's a Wursteiner. And This was pretty much my favorite beer when I was over there. So go ahead, open this bad boy open. Let it breathe for a hot minute. Oh, look at that. Prost, Deutschland. Tschüss.